NFL 24 on EA Sports. And up next is Demario Davis.
The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their veteran QB, the former Delaware Blue Hen, Joe Flacco.
Remember when the conversation was, is Joe Flacco elite? Well, at one point he was elite enough to not only win a Super Bowl, but be named the MVP of that game. And for a time, one of the top-paid quarterbacks in the league. Not bad for a young man who transferred to Delaware from Pitt while in college. This guy has had a great career, not many chances now to lead an offense, but still capable if put on the field.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Flacco looks to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
With it is Jackson. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They're brought out by a 5th-year pro coming off a career season as a passer and a runner. It's Danny Dimes, Daniel Jones.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Throwing Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On the option left, it's Jones. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 3rd down, Taylor. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
Flacco. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Flacco. That's complete right around the 8. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 6-yard line.
Here's Flacco. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
And again, it's Flacco to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the 1st. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The play over before it really got started thanks to Pete Werner. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Jones. And this is into the hands of Campbell downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll try and run forward Barkley. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Touchdown! Jalen Hyatt. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Black Knights have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Jalen Hyatt with a touchdown catch to end the drive. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's another shot now for the Montreal offense as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara, and he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 11.
From the gun, Flacco. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Dexter Lawrence in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here's Blake Gillikin now. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Here's Jackson to return. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We're watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they were able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an E.
That's my English teacher right there.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Jones now on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. After one, 7-3 the score. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Up the middle with Barkley. Broken tackle. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. An 8-yard gain, so that gets them halfway there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8 more. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. A pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Flushed out right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. A first down carry for Barkley. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point try good by Gano, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And just shutting him off there. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's another shot now for the Montreal offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. 3rd and just 1. It's Flacco. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Passing play, Flacco. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had no command that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Operating off play action, Flacco. Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Now Flacco. There's Chris Olave. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Kamara trying the right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Alvin Kamara his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Redwoods have got it back to within a score. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Second down, here's Barkley again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Looking to throw. Jones completes this again to Shepard. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now a turn and a give to Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Barkley. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Jones to throw on third down. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Black Knights add 6 to their lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's another shot now for the Montreal offense. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
2nd and 10. To pass, Flacco. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Once more, it's Flacco. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Flacco. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They go pass again with Flacco. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Okay, here we
From
go.
the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Jones from the gun on 3rd down. That is caught. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll run with a big man, Campbell. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now Jones looking to throw on 2nd down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Powers through. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They're going to try and throw. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Little short pass here to Hill, and he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Here's Flacco. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Flacco. They'll get this out to Kamara. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Flacco will take to the air again. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now a signal and a timeout called, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
Half jumbo. At their own 21-yard line.
They're just going to run it here up the middle. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Throwing here on first down, Flacco, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Now a 2nd and 10. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That's good. 4
Flacco off play action. He gets this complete to Shaheed. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards, a first down. And again, it's Flacco to throw. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Flacco. And it's caught. Touchdown. Traquan Smith. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Redwoods are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Lutz good on the extra point. And this is back to an 8-point game. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Boston's offense ready to go again. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Flush to his right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown! Isaiah Hodgins, 78 yards. And the Black Knights have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is up to 15 now. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out onto the field comes Traquan Smith and the rest of the offense. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies.
Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. Kayvon Thibodeau able to record his 5th sack of the season. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Flacco. And he's going to go down again. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Jackson. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time, so make sure you get in shape. Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Hyatt goes in motion left. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
A gain of 1 yard. 1st down, Austin.
Slot man moves right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. And they're going to speed things up here.
A gain of 1 yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Jones. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Again, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley running right. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. This is 2nd and 8.
At the 11-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And it brings up 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down. Jones will get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Jones now throwing on 4th down. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to pump the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he's able to get it out of there. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Half 88, half 88, half 88.
Here's a give to Barkley. They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down. Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th.
Here we go.
3rd down and 13. Back to throw. Jones. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's another shot now for the Montreal offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
On second down, Kamara. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And a Montreal first down. First and 10.
Setting up to throw, Flacco. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. To pass, Flacco. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Flacco. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. Azeez Ojulari able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here we go. 4th down, 4th quarter. Flacco. And that's caught inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And they'll fake the jet sweep there and instead hand to Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They run it again with Kamara. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here's 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
Holding. Offense.
The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, "We don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision."
That is caught. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And as a result, possession switches hands. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Isaiah Foskey there on the tackle. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Isaiah Foskey on the tackle.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he's got room. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
First down. Here we go.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Throwing Jones. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Off play action. Jones. He's got his target. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Black Knights look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Gano the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they're able to return this all the way up to the 45. Out onto the field comes Traquan Smith and the rest of the offense. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
Flacco from the gun. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Flacco to throw here on 3rd down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Flacco will take to the air again. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Give him 32 on the play. Now Flacco. And it's caught. Touchdown. Taysom Hill, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redwoods are able to cut into that deficit. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. So the drive there took 6 plays. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
This 2nd and 4. They'll go to Barkley again. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. A handoff to Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. And quickly they get to the line. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Barkley. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. From the right hash, this from 33. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
1st and 10 here for Flacco. Throw out wide is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Flacco to throw again on 2nd down. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. 1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. On 1st down, Flacco. One last shot at the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
One last gasp for Flacco. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete.